Let's get to the money.
Let's get to the
Money.
Let's get to the
Money. Let's get to the motherfucking money.
Fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, 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 fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. Middle finger in the air screaming fuck the bookies. Woke up in the morning, grab my little black book. Yesterday can eat a dick, cause we lost by the hook. Can't win them all, so you never see me get shook. Today's a new day, the bookmaker's getting cooked. When I spot a dirty keg of 4 units getting played, always find the value, I would never be afraid. Scary money don't win, but I'm not going all in unless I see a bet I love, then I put my balls on a bookie's chin. Let it all soak in, doubling my bread, winning money with my friends. If you got the itch and you wanna go big, follow Sharpie bets and you gon' really fucking win. This is not financial advice, it's entertainment. But if I find the right price, believe I'm parlaying it. You can see my spreadsheet, I'm winning, not just saying it. Profit in the green every week, I'm never negative. I can bet an ace or a shitty old picture. Pick the right spots cause I'm the K-pop whisperer. Shut up when I speak until you finally get the picture. I'm the best in the world, tell me you getting richer. Fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, 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 fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. Middle finger in the air screaming fuck the bookies.
Let's get to the motherfucking monies.
And here we go. Welcome to another edition of the Balking Dead, the best MLB prop show on God's green earth. We had us another good day yesterday, guys, but at the end of the day, we're 0-0, and all that matters is today. Of course, this show, guys, is sponsored by PrizePicks. If you haven't, go on over there. Use that promo code PUBSPORTS on your first match deposit. They will get you up to 100 with a minimum of 25. You guys already know we have another sponsor, Dubby. It's a clean energy powder, guys, kind of like that C4 shit, but C4 don't come with no fucking promo, guys. So by scanning this QR code on screen, you gonna help us out, and by we gonna help you out by using that promo code PUBSPORTS. You're going to get 10% off your first order. Shout out to the chat, guys. Appreciate you for showing up on this moving day. Shout out to the best producer in the whole wide world, Big Show Picks. You guys know the drill. If you haven't already, make sure you smash the like and have them notification bells on. Yesterday was another good day as we cashed our 2 full unit plays, and we have 3 units on the line today. So let's get to the money. Today we start the show off with a bang. Some may say a jack. And I'm speaking of Jack of the Day with Connor Mack.
Well, see you later.
See Mac. Miggity, miggity, miggity. Oh, I did a little better than Razor right there, huh? Welcome back, my man. Appreciate you coming back. Got us with that Walker Yapo. Let's go. Sorry, Nola, on that under, but someone had to cash because this show keeps putting money in people's pocket, guys. The views have gone straight through the roof this week as we've added in these hitting props. So I guess I did the right thing by bringing on people who knows what they're doing. How you doing, my guy?
I'm good, my man. Like you said, it's a whole nother day though. As soon as even the good days, bad days, straight to today. But yeah, a little bummed. We'll get to Dodgers. Will Smith didn't play. Thought it might happen. I didn't think Barnes was ready to go, but he was. And of course, we just talked about in the back. It would have been nice. Rutschman goes yard here early. It would have been nice.
What we didn't speak of was that Jim Barrios put together again, bro.
Like again, he was
11
dominant.
of 12 or 12 of 13 quality starts now for him, bro. He is legit this year.
He is rolling. And he's such a guy we've talked about that's just on Sharpie or he's just off and it's right away. First inning, we always talk about, right? Like curveball's working. I mean, just nasty
something happened early in the year that we talked about here already is Pedro Martinez has to have a sit down with Jose Barrios, and he was picking up certain things that he was doing why he thought he was missing a lot by. He goes, so he twerked his body a little bit and he listened, and this dude's been on. It's been RoboCop next to the Terminator Bassett, and they got a 3-headed monster over there.
Definitely.
Well,
Alrighty.
let's talk of some baseball, home runs to be exact. And we're going to talk 2 games today. And the first guy has already won us money on this show this week and seems to be becoming a friend of this show. And we're talking the Angels at the Rangers. So who are you looking to get paid with today?
Yeah, we all know Ohtani. Big home run yesterday for our guy. I thought the number was wrong, especially on the 1.5, and I found a 4-1. So he got it done. But now he's pitching here, Sharpie, and he's just so good. But something's not wrong, and I love to fade him on the road. It's just what I do. I don't know how much you play him, depending on his start on his K prop, but I got to look to the Rangers here. You know, Seager went yard yesterday. I think you could look at him. I wanted to touch on Heim. This guy, I don't play enough. He is, and he's plus right around 450. 6 for 14. He's got a homer off Ohtani. But I don't want him. I want Josh Lowe's brother, older brother, Nate Lowe here. 6 for 16, a double, 2 homers off Ohtani. And I took his jack here because it's plus 650. Just a big number. He sat yesterday, didn't play. The day before that, he went 3 for 5, hit a homer. So rested up, got good numbers here off Ohtani. Huge price. And back this up if you want. You know, I talk about it too. If you like an RBI with it, but Jack here, this price, this is like with the Jack you want to take. That's value at this price. So good old Nathaniel Lowe here off Ohtani to go yard.
I actually will be breaking down Ohtani, and that's going to go with that correlates with what you're going with. I think he gets the dog piss kicked out of him today, but you know, that's just me, and I could be wrong. Opinions are like assholes, and everybody has one. Now we get to talk the best team in the history of the big leagues, with maybe one of the worst bullpens in the game at time to date. Fuck, and we're talking the Dodgers,
It's
guys.
time for Dodger baseball.
Man, does my bullpen suck. We've got White Sox at the Dodgers, man, and who you looking at in this one?
Let's get to it. Let's talk about the guy yesterday who didn't play, Will Smith. I wouldn't mind it. Rested. He's 500 again. Just 0 for 2 off season. And one thing we talked about yesterday with the Dodgers, pick your poison. You know, Mookie Betts just missed one last night. And I got to go price-wise when I go here. Martinez has been money for me. And if you can get him 500, I don't mind it. He's 3 for 7 off Cease. Like I said, and he's seen lone start in LA, gave up 6 runs, and he gives up the long ball a little bit sharp. We know how good and nasty his stuff is, but he can get hit on the road, and usually even when he gives up 1 or 2, it's a jack. So yeah, pick your poison. But I got 500 here with Freddie Freeman. He's 2 for 3 off him, and I got to back it up. I'll take his over 1.5. Freddie Freeman hasn't gone 0 for back-to-back games since like April 19th, 20, 21. He's gone 0 for the last 2 days. So I expect the man that hits 330 here, second in the lineup. Once he got 13 jacks, just a stud, plus 500, and his 1.5 is plus 115. If it was plus money like that, I want it. At least he'll get a double, and I'm on the jack, plus 500, Freddie Freeman.
Speaking of our Dodgers real quick, they don't have it out because I was looking right now because he's not projected in the lineup, but I do expect Hayward to be in the lineup tonight. And this guy is shown to hit high velocity this year. He's gotten to fucking glass now, and he's gotten the Strider, guys. So I think he may be worth a look as well tonight in that game because my team tends to struggle versus high velo, and Hayward will be in that lineup tonight, in my opinion.
I think you can look at some real quick, just the White Sox, just on that game. Yeah, real quick before I bounce. We saw the homers yesterday. We talked about Sharpie. Kershaw, the 1.5 runs, probably gives up a few jacks. Bingo. Robert's 400. Vaughn, you get around 500. I think Michael Grove is he's all right. He's been shit on here. I think he's a little bit better than how bad he's been, but I still don't think he's ready. He's just not. He's just not ready right now, and he's being forced to pitch right now with, be a regular starter here. So it's tough for him. So yeah, maybe look at a couple of White Sox, like I mentioned, especially if you get over.
I'd look at Tim Anderson stolen base right there because, like you said, I'm not sold on Grove, bro. I know Nola at times has backed him and stuff, but dude, I can watch this guy pitch and see the ball. Like I could pick what's coming out his hand. I'm like, slider, fastball. And if I could do that, dude, these guys back there should be able to just sit on him. So I mean, there is times where he does have a good game, but I think Anderson pops his fucking head up, and if he gets on, he's going.
Yeah. Yeah, he just he's not ready for the big leagues, and I think he could, unless he could have a good game and give up a couple. He's talented, but I think he gives up 3 or 4. If he can go 5 innings.
Another guy that I look to fade, guys, is Tyler Miguel, bro. Like, this guy's velo's been down. He's a 2-pitch pitcher, and you don't want to be that, dude. So I would definitely looking at some St. Louis bats today. Dude, Domingo Germán, with or without the sticky shit, has been pretty decent, guys. So fade at your own risk on that game, in my opinion. And you got any opinion on that kid for the Braves that's pitching?
Yeah, he pitched so well. I want to see it again, and I think he's got talent. Smith Shaver.
Yeah, he's the first kid from the 2020 draft to get the call up.
Yeah, 20 years
nuts,
old,
bro. He's like, yeah.
I saw that last start versus the Nats, like 2 or 3 innings of it. He only had 2 Ks. I didn't think he looked okay, but he's back here at home. I think he could pitch all right. Braves off the doubleheader yesterday, but he should be fine. And the Braves props, Rocco's on him. I saw in the chat. I mean, they're expecting them to just lace. Obviously, they hit lefties well. Freeland, so I couldn't take any of them. Some are so low today, especially the big guys. But yeah, I'm interested to see him too, Sharp, because I think he does get hit. Some of these guys, they come in, they get hit right away, or some guys, they haven't seen this kid and he can kind of skate by. It was the Nats.
He wasn't a big strikeout guy in the minors, so maybe it is just what he is. He's just a guy who pitches to contact and pitches well. We know the Braves, they've done well with their pitching organization for the last forever. So
real quick, what's going on with Strider? Let's touch on it before I bounce.
Ouch, that's like 4 bad games in a row with the kid. What I think is wrong, and maybe I will email the brass, is he's getting up 2 strikes and going to his junk way too much, bro. And he's missing nowhere near the plate. It's just nowhere. It's just uncompetitive pitches. Instead, and it's 2-3 in a row, and now you've got to throw a fastball for a strike. How about you just come right back at him on 0-2 with another fucking 99 to 100, and let's see if they can hit it, bro. Like, stop getting cute. He's getting cute way too much. He's fallen in love with his changeup, which I get, bro. But to throw it 3-2, bro, come on, man. You've got to throw a strike on 3-2 when you're struggling. And right now he's trusting his off speed and his newest pitch just a little too much. He needs to realize that 2 pitches gets him by. And he can use the changeup just reoccurringly instead of every time versus a lefty now. Like, dude, your slider played on the lefties last year,
Exactly. I didn't think he needs – I like that he feels more confident, but it needs to be, whatever it is, 5 to 10% tops.
He's only at 5% now, though, bro, but he doesn't get that.
It seems like he throws it at the worst times, though. I don't know.
Yeah, he's not throwing it in good counts, man. You're supposed to throw your best pitch in a 2-2 count. And he's throwing that changeup to a lefty, and dude, your best pitch is a slider or your fastball. Like, let's just be real, bro. Your changeup is new. I don't fucking care how many strikeouts you've gotten or how many swing and misses. That is not your best pitch. You are throwing an uncompetitive pitch 2-2 to where they don't even fucking have to think about swinging.
Yeah.
So that's my
opinion. I think he'll get it together, though.
Maybe I need to email them and let them know, hey, stop dicking around with this guy. His stuff's that good.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate you for coming in and blessing these people. Want to tell them, of course, they can find you on Pub Sports, but where they can find you and what you got going on.
Just Pub Sports Radio, like you talked about. Connor Mack Picks, Twitter, on the socials.
We got a golf show every fucking weekend. It's back. We got the U.S. Open back.
U.S. Open.
It starts.
It's going right now. The afternoon guys got to tee off. So, but yeah, Ricky Fowler.
Any looks for them guys real quick? Well, before, because we got time before the A's game cracks.
I am. My stuff's already out. Check it out on Twitter. But I will make moves. You know me. Usually after Friday.
2 things I've tailed Connor in, guys, throughout my life, and that is fucking golf and home runs. Like literally, the dude fucking is good at this shit, bro. And he puts real money on his golf picks where I'll put $10, but he puts real money, and I mean, he is definitely worth a follow. And
Appreciate it.
good hits at a good rate, and so is Gokster, guys. They don't get enough views for how much they win at. So if you're looking to tail, looking to get pull-out info, watch his golf show, please, and thank you.
Appreciate it,
you,
bro.
my bro.
Peace.
All right, guys, you guys already know on this show, we're going to compare the best line available when first open, and then we're going to compare it to the best line available 30 minutes prior to the show. Then we're going to compare them to what PrizePicks has to offer. We're doing our job this week, this month, this fucking great fucking season, guys, by not pressing and waiting for our spots. Today, guys, we've got 2 spots and a few Ultima Galtis. So let's talk about it. And we're going to start off with Taj Bradley at the A's, number 80 in the black book. This year he's got a 31.7 strikeout percentage with a 7.3 walk percentage. Opened him up last night at plus 106 on FanDuel. He was minus 136 this morning on FanDuel. Now the best line available is on MGM at that 6+ at a minus 145. PrizePicks has him at a flat 6, whereas pitching outs under over are on PrizePicks at a 15.5. Projected lineup, low lineups out. 5 righties, 4 lefties for your Oakland A's. K per 9, 2023. Small sample size, but he has a 12.8 at home compared to an 11.6 on the road. A nice 12.6 K per 9 versus the left-handed side, and a nice 11.5 versus the right-handed side. We start the day, guys, with the young Taj versus these A's on moving day. And through his short career, he's actually been better on the road where he is at today, coming off of his worst outing to date versus those Texas Rangers last week. Excuse me. Now, when we look at the A's numbers, guys, they haven't been one of those teams to pick on as they're beginning to be elite. May I say can I say that with the Oakland A's? Jesus Christ, can I? I mean, they've won freaking 7 of their last 8 games. They're not striking out. They're walking at an elite rate, and they're 10th to 12th in batting average to OPS, while 24th in isolated power. And that's the number, guys, I do look at to see how real are their hitting numbers. And I'm a Taj Bradley fan, guys, and I'm the damn conductor of the Taj train. But this doesn't set up well for a guy who I thought needed guys to chase. As, guys, we already know the A's aren't chasing for the life of them, and we attacked them with guys like Eflin, who pound the zone. And what I've been noticing with teams, guys, is they are putting as many left-handed bats in the lineup as they're not believing in his MLB numbers versus lefties, and they believe it will come back around to his what has become the back of his baseball card in the minor leagues, where he has struggled versus the left-handed side. This kid is a true 4-pitch pitcher with a nice walk percentage. And as long as he pounds the zone and stays out of walking people, I could only look over on Taj today. It's just a lean, guys, as I was trying to press as I don't want to press, as the baseball gods have rewarded me daily for not pressing. But if I was to bet him, guys, I would take his outs over 15.5, and I do expect a bounce back from this young stud. And then the lineups came out. Y'all motherfucker were ready for that curveball, were ya? And of course, this lineup is not chasing, guys, and their whiff percentage is 3% worse than league average. So I go look at what Taj uses to put people away. And how about every freaking pitch he has is equal or great, anywhere from 23 to a 27% put away on those 4 pitches, with an elite whiff percentage on 3 of 4 of those pitches, using his fastball and cutter 72% of the time. If you need to hear some more good news, how about he has elite whiff percentage? I already told you that, but still. At the end of the day, the juice has moved to a minus 148, minus 145. And for a half unit type play that I'm going to put on him right here, I'm going to hook him to Logan Allen at 3+. Yes, the 3+ is juice to the gills, but I'm able to get that juice down to a minus 119 on Taj Bradley, as Logan Allen has had 4 or more strikeouts in every game, and actually has a matchup where I think he's going to hit his over 4.5. But don't have a bet on it, as I do see there's volatility where he couldn't get his ass handed to him while cashing that K prop. So half unit on Taj Bradley, 6+ hook to Logan Allen, 3+ at minus 119. And then we're going to put a half unit on Taj to get 5 or more and hook him to the Rays money line at a minus 130. So 2 half unit plays on Tajathan. Now we get to talk a guy where PrizePicks is baiting you to bet him, and I'm going to tell you why. Number 16 in the black book, Aaron Nola at the D-backs. This year, he has a 23.7 K percentage and a 6.5 walk percentage. They opened him up on DraftKings at 6+ at -130. The best line available now is at -120 for that 6+ at MGM. PrizePicks has him at a 6, and they have a taco on him, guys. A taco. We'll get to that. Earn runs under over 2.5. Lineup for your D-backs today is 6 lefties, 3 righties. K per 9 this season is 10.2 at home, 7.4 on the road, with an 8.8 versus the left-handed side and an 8.5 versus the right-handed side. We've talked about this numerous times on this show, guys. His velocity was down his first 4 or 5 starts. So we got to look more towards his career K per 9. And this guy's been a monster home road lefty righty. He averages pretty much a strikeout per inning, but he does average 2 strikeouts more at home than on the road. As we already know, that dude has a candy cane jersey at home. Now we get to talk Nola, guys, and a few bad spots that Nola's in, and that's why we're getting a 5.5 on a man who's been in a 6.5 spot, and we've been cashing on that man at that 6.5. These D-backs over the last 15 days versus right-handed pitchers, they're walking in an elite 10%. Bottom of the league in strikeout percentage, while being top 6 in every hitting category I look at. So right there, just in the numbers, says, nah, man. Then we got 6 left-handed bats in the lineup, and it's not that Nola struggles versus left-handed bats. He has pretty much the same batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. Shit, he's even got the same strikeout percentage, guys. He's just walking lefties at a disgusting 10.5% compared to an elite 3.8% this year. And on the road, guys, where he is at today, a strikeout percentage versus lefties dropped from an elite 28.5% at home to a not so good 20% on the road. Whereas right-handed strikeout percent drops too, guys, a disgusting 10% from home to road where he is at now. That jersey means something for this man. You may laugh at me, but it just said it right there in all of his numbers, guys. So last year, Nola did face these Diamondbacks when the numbers said hell no like they do today. They had a left-handed stacked lineup like they do today. They're in Arizona like today. He got clapped, guys. He didn't make it 5 innings, giving up 10 hits while giving up 8 earned runs while striking out 5. And this was the time of year Nola was rolling, guys. And this was his only non-quality start in his last 9 games. So you can't just be like, oh, no, dude, Nola was fucking humming the last 2 months of the year last year. So we got Nola rolling now, and so are these D-backs. So I think he comes close to his K-prop, guys, but I don't bet thinks or ifs. Sharpie 316 roll 52. If my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle, and I know it's 2023, but Sharpie don't play that. And as PrizePicks likes to do with these tacos is give you a prop they think they have an advantage on. And did I not just give you the advantages they are seeing? If I could teach you one thing, guys, that I got taught at 18 years old in Chino State Prison on the reception yard, nothing in life is free. And more often than not, these tacos go to die and PrizePicks rakes. I lean Nola over 2.5 runs, guys, as he may hit his K prop while being taken to the woodshed. Excuse me. Now, I put a tweet out last night, and I mean, you should have fucking read between the lines, because the sky's gray, fellas, and we're talking Sonny Gray versus these Tigers. And number 66 in the black book has a 25.2 K percentage this year with an 8.6 walk percentage. Open him up on FanDuel at 7+ -102, and that's still where he's at on FanDuel. PrizePicks has him at a 6.5, whereas pitching outs is under over 15.5. Projected lineup is 6 righties, 3 lefties for your LT Grays. K per 9 this season is 10.7 at home, where he's at today, compared to 7.8 on the road. 6.2 versus the left-handed side, compared to a elite 12 K per 9 versus the right-handed side. This year, he does have 43 innings at home compared to 30 on the road. Now we get Sonny Gray and what looks to be a matchup from the baseball gods. When we look at these Tigers numbers over the last 15 days, they're not walking at a 7.5% clip. They're bottom 6 in every hitting category, and they're striking out at a 28% clip. Not just that, we get Sonny Gray at home, where not just this season, but over the last 2 seasons, his strikeouts per 9 go up at least 3 strikeouts per 9 when he's in Minnesota than on the road. The one thing that always will cause concern when running a guy like Gray is his walk percentage, guys, of the other team that he's facing. And he can run himself, or however you want to say it, walk himself into a wall, however you want. Well, no fear, my dear, as the 2 ways I ran the lineups that we can get today both say fire, 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 as the best walk percentage of the 2 was a 7.1, and the best strikeout percentage of the 2 was a 28.4. The fact that we're getting more righties than lefties is another bonus, as through his career, guys, he has struggled putting away lefties and dominated the right-handed side. That's not just this season. And when you look at his splits, home road versus lefties and righties this year, there's some drastic differences, as his strikeout to walk ratio versus lefties at home is a not so good 16.4 compared to a disgusting 1.6 on the road. And we look at the strikeout versus walk ratio versus righties at home. Gray has an elite 30.3% compared to a 10.8% on the road. This man struggles on the road. Now, the Tigers are they going to be analytical and just load up a bunch of lefties, guys? No, I do not think so, guys. The slugging and on-base percentages are the same, but the batting average does go up 50 points, and averages is usually not enough just to change a lineup. So I expect these guys to run either the 2 lineups that I have made out for them. And I expect Cabrera to be in the lineup, especially after the dude just hit a home run. The dude's obviously seeing the ball, so make sure we get that right-handed bat out there. Por favor. So, like the tweet said last night, the sky is looking gray, and I'm on Sonny Gray over 6.5 strikeouts at -102. And you see why no taco on PrizePicks on this one's, huh, guys? You fucking rats, PrizePicks. If you like what you're hearing, guys, do me a favor, as we got almost 70 live, but nowhere near that 40 likes, guys. I do this shit for fucking because I want to. So do me a favor and smash that like button, and let's talk Shohei. Number 2 in the black book, Ohtani at the Rangers. He's got a 33.3 K percentage on the year and 11.1 walk percentage. Opened him up last night on DraftKings at an 8+ +105, where the best line available now is 8+ at +115 on BetMGM. PrizePicks has him at a 7, where his taco is a 5.5. Once again, guys, the taco. No bueno to see tacos. Hits allowed under over are at 5 on PrizePicks, where the projected lineup for your Rangers is 5 righties and 4 lefties. This year, he's got an 11.7 K per 9 at home with an elite 12.7 K per 9 on the road. Granted, he has 44 innings at home compared to 32 on the road. Lefties, he's striking out an 11.5 K per 9, and righties, he has a 12.6 K per 9. Now we get to talk to Ohtani, guys, after he fucked us last week, getting 5 strikeouts in 2 innings and only getting 1 after that. Ohtani, guys, has been better on the road this year, period. It's versus both sides of the plate. They're not hitting him, and we're talking strikeouts because that's what we care about on this show. And Ohtani's strikeout to walk ratio on the road goes up 8% versus lefties and 3% versus the right-handed side. Now, when we look at the Rangers' numbers, guys, they're walking at an elite 10.2%, striking out league average, well, top 4 in every hitting category. And they've seen some really elite pitchers, guys, over the last 15 days that haven't cashed, and they've had some big numbers as well. And just 2 off the top of the head is Glasnow and Taj, and that was just a few days ago. So we look at the last year, guys, when these Rangers seen Ohtani, and we're not going to look at pre-All-Star break, as we know on this show. And if you're new to it, we don't look at Ohtani first half because he stopped using his splitter and went from a 14% usage to a 7% usage and became a fastball slider type guy. He's seen them, guys, when the number said fire away last year on a K prop in the second half. And he freaking murked them, guys, having a complete game with 11 strikeouts, giving up 0 earned run. Well, not just the fact that the number said fire away last year on the K prop. It's the fact that the Rangers were a team where I had circled that any pitcher with a good slider, we ride, as they had a major issue, guys, with that pitch. As when we talk about Cease later, the Dodgers have a issue with a certain pitch as well. And that's where I get to Ohtani 7.5, guys. He's at today. And the lean is the under, but no bet, as I do expect a weaker type of lineup on moving day. And as PrizePicks likes to do with these tacos, is give you a prop they think they have an advantage on. And once again, did I not just tell you all the advantages that these books are seeing? That, like, PrizePicks is a book. They're not giving out free money. They're putting out stuff where they believe they have an advantage at. Now let's talk the other side of this. And Nathan Eovaldi, number 50 in the black book, and he gets the Angels lineup. 25% on the year with an elite 5.1 walk percentage. Opening line was 7+ at plus 105 on DraftKings, where FanDuel has the best line available at that 7+ at plus 118. PrizePicks has him at a flat 6, whereas earned runs under over are at a 2.5. Projected lineup for your Halos are 6 righties and 3 lefties. K per 9 this season, he has a 9.3 at K per 9 at home compared to an 8.2 on the road. Granted, 32 innings at home compared to 54 on the road. That is a drastic difference. He's got a 7.5 K per 9 this year versus the left-handed side, while a nice 9.8 versus the right-handed side. So we get one of our studs this year, guys, as in one way or another, be it outs or strikeouts, we've made some cash on this man and what I knew was going to be a bounce-back year for Eovaldi. And now he gets a matchup for the second time this season versus the Angels. And the Angels' numbers right now are elite, every which way you want to look. They're top of the league in walk percentage, middle of the pack in strikeout percentage, 10th in batting average, 3rd in OPS, and the best team in baseball over the last 2 weeks in isolated power with a disgusting 225. When Eovaldi seen this team earlier in the year, guys, all the numbers look like they do today, except for the walk percentage, where they were walking a crappy 6.6%, but they were still crushing the dog piss out of the baseball. And he had a problem. He got hooked that day because his K prop was at a 5.5 and he went 8 innings and pitch to contact. That's what Eovaldi's now become to. That's what he's talked about. That's what good pitchers do. They go deep into games. They look for the strikeout when they have to, when the runners are on second and third. They're not always looking to put away people, because you're wasting pitches if you're looking to put away people every time. And that's what we talked about with Strider at the beginning. He's wasting too many pitches right now. It's like, your stuff's good enough, bro. Throw a fucking fastball, like, at the end of the day. So, I have no bet in right now because this guy is a strictly lineup type base for me. We need right-handed bats when I run a K prop with him, as his strikeout percentage is a 27.5% clip versus the right-handed side compared to a 22% from the left-handed side. Now, I like to look at his outs when the teams load up lefties, guys, as he handles both sides of the plate equally, but the batting average does fall off quite a bit. Eovaldi does not meet both qualifications. I look to run a K prop versus an Angels team, guys. And that's a pitcher with elite strikeout percentage and elite walk percentage. He has an elite walk percentage, but he has a good strikeout percentage, not an elite strikeout percentage. And those type of guys have struggled throughout this year versus them. A la Joe Ryan, a la Sonny Gray, guys like that, guys. So we need both to fire away. And please give me Moniak at top of the lineup. Like, please. Come on, Angels. I ain't seen that guy out in the lineup since I called him out on Twitter. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that to people, but definitely Moniak's good for 1 to 4 strikeouts. Quite a few outs if we're going to look at his outs props. And that's the way I'm leaning right now, as yeah. It is a telltale sign to me right here, guys, as I do like to look at everything. I like to look at outs, earned runs, to see if something just is screaming warning, red flag. Like, and they put his earned runs at 2.5, guys. And I already told you earlier, they don't give out free money. So why are they putting his earned runs at 2.5 when this guy has only allowed that 4 of 13 games this season? So definitely be careful backing Eovaldi today, as I think the books see him getting hit. So I think both these guys get hit in a weird way, but depending on the lineups, it is moving day. I may get in on Eovaldi's outs, as I will not look for his strikeouts, as his K percentage don't meet my qualifications. Now, guys, this is where Sharpie's going to give you a curveball. We'll call it a fucking fastball. We want the heater. Give him the cheese. Number 10 in the black book. Number 1 last year, Dylan Cease at my Dodgers. This year, he's got a 25% K percentage and a 10.5 walk percentage. Opened him up last night on FanDuel at a minus 136 to the over 5.5. Closed him out at minus 116, and FanDuel has the best line available, still to that 5.5. PrizePicks has him at a 5.5 and a taco at 4. Ruh-roh, Shaggy. They put him at a taco. Oh, yeah? We like to say something on this show. Hold my beer. They can't be right on all of them, fellas. Pitching outs today, under over 15.5, where your projected lineup is 6 righties, 3 lefties, but I expect 5 and 4. K per 9 this season has an 8.9 K per 9 at home, 11.3 on the road where he is at today. Granted, 43 innings at home compared to 31 on the road. This year, he's striking lefties out at an 8.4 K per 9 compared to an elite 11.4 from the right-handed side. Dylan Cease versus my Dodgers, and we know the Dodgers have been a graveyard to the over versus right-handed pitchers K props. Definitely one of the no-fly zones when facing a righty. So we look at the numbers over the last 15 days, their league average in walk and strikeout percentage, and the bats have gone somewhat cold as they're 15th through 20th in all the hitting categories. Now, projected lineup is 6 righties and 3 lefties, but I do expect 4 lefties as Muncy is hurt, or else you would see 5. He's not on the DL, but he is not expected to play or even to start DHing until the next series, as lefties have a higher batting average and slugging by 50 or more points than the right-handed side, guys. And the Dodgers are a very big analytical team, and I expect them to put the lefties in. He is only striking out lefties at a 20% clip compared to a nice 33% clip from the right-handed side. And we have Cease on the road where, yeah, his ERA is worse, but we don't bet who's going to win this game. We bet strikeouts. And I say it all the time, guys. Sides and totals do not correlate with a K prop. Last year, Cease did strike out lefties at a 27% clip, and he had some tough matchups this year, but the velocity and spin rate is fine, and I do expect his numbers to match the back of his baseball card when it's all said and done. So after all that, and me saying that don't go the Dodgers, blah, 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 unless you have a good reason, well, I have one, fellas, and I'm on Dylan Cease over 5.5, minus 122, and I know my Dodgers, and we don't play against them often, K-props I'm speaking, but when we do, we look for guys that throw 96 plus, as the Dodgers have an issue with that high velo, as they have adopted the Freddie Freeman approach, guys, and that is if we set up for the two-seamers and cutters, 92 to 94, we can get to all the breaking balls. Well, whether it be Strider, whether it be Glasnow, they may have gotten hit, but my Dodgers also struck the fuck out that day, guys. That's where I do know they're going to do. So if it makes you feel any better, guys, Cease played the Dodgers last season when the numbers said, no, the Dodgers, they don't strike out the righties. Cease did the damn thing, guys. Yeah, he only went 4.2 innings. Yes, he gave up 6 hits. Yes, he walked 3 people, but he ended up getting out of every fucking jam, giving up 0 runs and having 8 strikeouts. Why? Because the Dodgers struggle versus high velocity. All right, guys. So as we like to say on this show, hold my beer, guys. And this is one taco I would take advantage of on PrizePicks, as all these tacos think they have an advantage on those sneaky ass rats. I'll tell you that, but Sharpie can smell them a mile away, guys. So, yeah, we on some Dylan Cease when the numbers say no, we're going go. If you're just showing up for the recap, guys, hit that like button, as it does help these algorithms a lot. And this is the best damn prop show on God's green earth, because we just keep doing what? Putting money in your pocket. Today on the Balking Dead, guys, we started off with young Taj at the A's, and by the time I got the lineups, the juice came in on Bradley. So I did a half-unit alt parlay for minus 119 by hooking Logan Allen at 3+, add a stupid minus 1,000 to it just to get the juice down 20 cents. And then I have a half unit on Taj to get 5+ and the Rays money line at a -130 single game parlay. Then we talked to some Aaron Nola, as I think he is in a tough matchup today, and I'm going to let him go. But a heavy lean is on the over 2.5 earned runs. I'm not letting Sonny Gray be, guys, as I'm on his over 6.5 at -2. We talked to some Ohtani versus Eovaldi, and the lean is under on Ohtani strikeout props, as Eovaldi, depending on the lot of lineups, I may be looking at his outs today. And we finished off talking about the Dodgers who don't strike out to right-handed pitchers. But as we say on this show, hold my beer. And I'm on Dylan Cease over 5.5 strikeouts at a -122. Is it a coincidence? 22 happens to be my fucking number. Oh boy. We now, guys, have timestamps for those who are busy and have to tune into the recaps, as I will at least put it on the hitting recap bets and the pitching recap bets. At best, I will add in all the pitchers. I appreciate you guys for tuning in to the best MLB prop show on earth, The Balking Dead, on what can only hope to be another good day for the good guys. This show, guys, is sponsored by PrizePicks. If you haven't, go on over there. Use that promo code PUBSPORTS. Get a match deposit of $100 on your first deposit with a minimum of 25. Until next time, I'm Sharpie's Bets. This show is produced by Big Show Picks and on Pub Sports Radio. Some say we be pubbing. I say pubbing we be to the bang.
Keep firing, assholes!